Penance RPG and its affiliate sponsor, D&Dice, makers of dice for all types of heroes, proudly presents Plummet, Falling in the Dark, a Penance RPG adaptation. This bard's tale, as is customary in these parts, may contain strong adult themes, cursing, and high adventure. For now, time turns, the path is open. Let the story commence.
Welcome to episode 10 of Plummet. It's a very small cast this week, and we are recording on Bonfire Night in the UK, so if there are any banging noises in the background...
It's not igneous.
It's not igneous.
It's
Definitely not igneous. So, we are running with a small group this week because Belry's not well and Ash is away. And John... I don't know where John is, actually. John's around somewhere. He may appear later, knowing John. So, on that note... Who are you? What are you? And if you were a supervillain, what would your name be? Starting with Amy.
Ooh, supervillain. Ooh. Hi, I'm Amy. I play Frankie. He's our human disciple. And last week he broke his pelvis, so he's not in a very good mood right now. If I was a supervillain, what would my name be? I don't know. I'd probably go with something classic like the Scarlet Pimpernel or something like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Truly history's greatest villain.
I have no idea. It was just the first thing that came to my head.
Okay. AJ?
Hi, I'm AJ. I'm playing Igneous, the geomancer, who last week lost a rather close to his heart part of anatomy to the wildly swinging side of human, and he's not really gotten over it, to be perfectly honest. We'll see what happens this week. If I was a supervillain, I would be the Great Procrastinator, because I never get anything done.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And finally, on this smaller week, Leonida.
Hello, I'm Leonida, or Daniel. I play Q Kintara, Dragonkin champion, who is still almost intact, just enjoying life and seeing that this week will probably be an interesting one. If I was a supervillain, I would probably go by John Smith, just the baddest name ever that nobody would know was a supervillain, so yeah, nobody would see it coming, sort of like that.
Right, okay.
Because there's so many Johns.
John Smiths, yeah. A John Doe kind of name.
So what happened last week? Dragon, if you please.
Following the previous week's retrieval of Frederick, the maddened farmer seemed to be babbling about Sir Arkite's tomb. Baron Gregory felt it best that this was checked out, so tasked the heroes to go through the sewers to get to it. They refused to soil themselves in the sewers, and instead took a 2-day-long cart trip around. When they eventually arrived, they found a dark, foul-smelling tomb. Bickering arose once more, until it was decided that Kubrok and Hugh Man would be at the front of the party as it ventured beneath the earth. Once Hugh Man had carefully descended the stairs, the rest of the party followed, triggering all 3 traps on the stairwell, turning the stairs into a slope, a cascade of oil to be poured all over the party, and a hidden door to grind open, containing zombies. In sheer desperation, the party flailed at the zombies with the only thing they had to hand, a lit torch, resulting in setting the oil alight and singeing several members of the hapless party as they attempted to defend themselves. Once the chaos was over, a second room was discovered containing 3 hanging ropes. Pulling the middle of these ropes caused a beam of sunlight to spew into the room, casting away the dark from the ancient tomb in front of them. A spectre arose from the tomb in the form of a smiling knight wearing a crown with a sword on his belt. While attempting to investigate this ghost, Hugh Man stumbled and accidentally pulled the left rope, opening a trapdoor and bringing a large horde of zombies into the room. Kintara decided to grab the sword from the spectre's belt. Ripping it away from him, causing the ghost to seemingly age quickly before turning to dust. Noticing the crown was also discarded, Kintara decided to wear the crown, instantly collapsing to the ground as a torrent of psychic shrieks rattled through him. At this point, a stranger appeared in the doorway. He grabbed the sword from the temporarily prone Kintara and ran from the chamber. Frankie, while attempting to stop this new invader, managed to burn 2 fingers off his own hand, dropping his staff and shrieking in pain. The invader, with the help of several Ettins, was able to escape past the burning former staircase, and while Kintara, Whispers and Frankie gave chase, Hugh, Man, Igneous and Kubrok stayed in the chamber to deal with the zombies. It was at this point Hugh Man, drunk on bloodthirst, swung his mighty scythe. The blade sliced not only through Kubrok's arm, but also managed to castrate poor Igneous, leaving the dwarf buckled in pain and loss. The chasing party fared little better as Frankie, while chasing the invader to another cave, accidentally stood in a rabbit hole, collapsing with a sickening crunch and breaking his pelvis. While Kintara valiantly battled against the Ettins and Igneous screamed abuses at Hugh Man for his recent loss, Kubrok threw his spear into the pack of zombies before deciding to follow it down into the trapdoor. Watching the Arakoa being set upon by zombies seemed to break Hugh from his bloodlust, and he ran from the chamber, bringing the cursing dwarf with him. The invader, by this point, had opened a seal hidden deep inside the second cave, releasing a gaggle of bewildered-looking mages who seemed surprised to see the sun again. Led by a mage who introduced himself later as Aplex Nyctophilia, Whispers chased down the invader as he reached the second seal, catching him with an arrow to the hip, spinning him around and causing him to drop the sword. With the final Ettins dispatched and the invader slain, the party leave the second seal closed and take the mages back to meet with Baron Gregory.
And lo, the story continues. So Whispers is taking the mages away to find them, lodgings and find them what to do and everything. And Hugh Man is skulking somewhere, you're not really sure where, but you're all kind of quite glad to be away from him for a while. At this point, you run into one of Baron Gregory's advisors, who tells you that he has some news for you. They ask you if they should go and find Hugh Man, but you sort of subtly tell them that you'll do it, and then don't bother. So,
better safe than sorry.
For this week at least. So, you come before Baron Gregory, who goes, "Oh, hello there. You seem to be lacking in feathered friends, and where's the fluffy one?"
One of them met his unfortunate end at the hand of some zombies, and that's definitely what happened. The other one, I don't know where he is.
Yeah, probably sulking somewhere, or practicing his scythe moves.
Zombies? My dear chap, zombies don't exist.
Well, not anymore, no.
You should maybe tell that to say that to Tyke.
Oh, well, no, well, he's more of a head in a box than what you call your standard zombie.
He's still a zombie head.
Well,
Yes, he is.
potato.
Tomato, tomato.
They're both the same thing.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah, let's go to the tavern and drink some beer.
Wait, weren't we talking to the Baron?
So,
I mean, I'm all for the pub, but we're in the middle of a meeting.
Baron looks at you quite confused and goes, "Well, it seems, having gone through this Shadowbinder's things, that we found this map." He hands you a small piece of paper. It looks to depict like a drawing of where our location is amongst these trees.
It's a very small map.
According to our research, it seems to be in the forest to the south, just after the farmland.
That makes sense, what with all the trees on the map.
Yes, and unfortunately, due to no other leads, I think this place needs checked out. We don't know if the enemy either gave us this, or whether he managed to, secrete it, shall we say, from their gaze.
We can definitely check it out for you, Baron. We're happy to get away from feathers and whatnot.
If I see your feathered friend, should I send him after you?
No, please don't.
Best not, no.
Did he not say he was going to visit his mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something about clutches?
High on a cliff somewhere, I think. Yeah. He might fall off and die, but
Make I hope so.
yes.
So you depart, and this time you're just on foot because it's relatively nearby. So
Well, it might take a while anyways, but
Yeah, well, Frankie hobbling and Igneous sort of looking very unhappy on the way along, yes.
We need to get you some rollerblades, Frankie.
Shut up!
can I use my tinkering to try to make some rollerblades for Frankie?
You can, yeah, sure, roll.
Yeah, it's 6. Let's see.
You do realise I'm going to roll to see how he gets on with them.
Natural 1.
Oh god!
You put them on Frankie's feet and say, "Go, Frankie, try this."
Frankie's going to roll.
No.
Aww.
It was a natural 1.
Aww.
11.
It's an early
Frankie falls and smacks his right arm.
I'm sorry,
What
Frankie.
happens to Frankie's right arm?
first roll of the game. Come on.
You've basically
19.
set the tone.
Broken. Frankie slips and breaks his right arm.
Oh.
Ow. Yeah, I'm
Hate to
really
see
sorry
it.
there, Frankie. Really sorry there. But at least it wasn't your pelvis.
You idiot!
Can somebody else than me try to make a splinter for his arm?
Yeah, I'll have a go. What would this be, tinkering or?
I assume you can make a splint without causing Frankie to die.
Can we do that?
You
Okay.
say that, but
So, yeah, you make a splint for Frankie's arm.
there you go.
So,
Maybe I should have stayed in the tavern.
Nah,
So-
you'll be fine.
Frankie's left arm has, if you remember, only his third finger and pinky and thumb, and his
Yes.
right arm is now broken.
He can
This is
still
going to
shoot
make for some
fireballs.
interesting fire staffing.
He can still shoot fireballs, and I mean, yeah, I believe in Frankie. He's a superhero by now.
I
the
believe
best of
I
all
may
of us.
murder you in your sleep.
Yes, please do.
So,
That wasn't an invitation.
I get the feeling this group's a little bit demoralized at the moment.
Well, look at the bright side. I mean, there's no scythe-wielding human with us this
You
time.
mean maniac?
Yeah, maniac, that's another word for it, but let's get on
Yeah.
to the woods.
you all walk through the fields, and there's still a couple of peasants out and about doing the sort of peasant thing. Frankie looks miserable. Although his hair's come back to normal colour, his arm's in a sling. His other arm is not very good, and he just looks like he's seen better days.
Frankie's totally leaning on his staff, hobbling along the road, really slowly. Every movement is agony.
Look at the bright side, Frankie. You're not doing the peasant thing where you have to use a scythe to, get the crops in and stuff like that. That would be hard.
I'd much rather be back in the tavern with a fair maiden taking care of me and giving me tea and back rubs.
Yeah, nothing more special, I guess, because I don't think you would like that. No.
No front rubs.
Nope.
Fuck you all.
We love you too, Frankie.
You broke my arm!
I was only trying to help.
I didn't ask for the rollerblades. You insisted on the rollerblades.
Yeah, this is what you get. You try to help your fellow comrades and you get shit at. Yeah.
So, moving on from the bickering, you eventually come to the forest area, which seems surprisingly quiet. And as you walk through the forests and get further in, eventually you come to the first waypoint that you recognise on the map. And you hear a rustling noise, and you all dart behind this sort of bush.
Quick,
And-
Frankie, dart faster.
Frankie just flops to the ground.
And in front of you, you see a pack of goblins that seem to be following a trail. What do you do?
Frankie's just gonna play dead.
I think. Are they coming towards us or are they moving away
they
from
seem
us?
to be following. You notice as you get closer that they seem to be pointing at the same landmark that you have on your map and seem to be
Yeah.
following it.
Okay, so.
But before we do anything rash, does any of us have any tracking skills?
No.
I mean, it's a path and we have a map, so I think it's sort of safe to just. I was thinking that we should maybe just silently try to follow them at a distance.
Well, that was my point. If we can't actually track if we kill them all first, why don't we let them do the tracking?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of killing them either at this moment. I was just follow them at a distance, and to just see where we end up, and then assess the situation and make a decision based on what we see and whatnot.
Okay. You follow the goblins at a distance. Eventually, you see them come to a rather large waterfall, and they're standing at the base of this waterfall, seemingly bickering. And then you notice one of them point to the side and seem to jump up and down that they found a cave. What do you do?
Well, stands to reason. Most waterfalls have caves behind them.
I think
No, it's
probably
like-
now is an option.
Say, for example, the waterfall's at the back, the cave is off to the side, it was hidden behind a couple of trees.
I follow.
How many goblins are there?
There's about 10.
Yeah. Should we just try to kill them? I can just
Yeah.
charge. I can charge them, and you can just take him off at a distance. And if you take me off at a distance, that's okay.
I was going to say, yeah, there's a high probability of that happening, but if you're alright with it, we'll just go ahead with that.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
fine with it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Frankie's good with that.
Just fuck me up.
So, what's happening then?
I'm going to start with.
Why don't you let us get a volley off first before you run in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to actually throw the crown that I still carry with me.
Oh, did you pick up the
in-
crown from last week?
Yes,
Okay.
I have it with me, and I will throw the crown into the middle of the gang of goblins, just to see if somebody's stupid enough to put it on her head, or just distract them.
Okay, roll. You throw the crown into the middle of the goblin pack. The goblin pack first of all look around and then start arguing over who gets the crown.
Perfect. So now, guys, I think this is the time for you to unleash your fury.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, Iggy, or do you want me to go first?
You go first with the fireball, and then I'll pick off any stragglers.
Alright.
That seems like a bad idea, but go ahead.
Okay, Frankie, go 20 feet that way.
Yeah.
Go over there behind those bushes over there, and we'll come at it from another angle. And that way, if it all goes wrong, well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Frankie's just gonna stare at them and then like awkwardly maneuver his staff in his broken arm.
that's the
And
trick.
just let him like move it between his broken arm and his not so good hand.
Are you not moving away?
Maybe.
I'll start edging away in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Frankie's just staring at you as he like shuffles with his staff. I'm not moving.
Standing in the bush with a
Look,
fire.
if we didn't learn lessons from our previous exploits, then what any good kind of adventurers would we be?
Ah,
Yes.
fine. And I'll slowly edge away from them. Prepare a fireball.
Okay.
See, I knew that was a good
The-
idea.
Fireball misses by a mile and it sets the tree behind on fire.
Well, at least he can't go anywhere.
Goblins turn. Some of them drop the crown, a couple of them stay arguing, but the tree is now on fire on top of the cave.
Sweet.
Nice.
I guess I'll start firing my crossbow.
Sure. So you fire a crossbow, you shoot through one goblin's skull, it collapses dead.
And my second shot.
Natural 1.
Ah,
Where's the table? So first of all,
we're doing well tonight.
do you somehow manage to hit Q, or do you somehow manage to hit Frankie, or do you do something worse? You hit Q. So you hit Kintara. 20. In the head.
Oh fuck.
13. Minor loss. Now, Dragonkin don't have noses or ears, do they?
Well, no, not really, I think.
Do Dragonkin have any appendages? Or am I going to have Kintara shot in the eye?
I don't think they really have any appendages. To be
I mean,
honest.
they have a snout, but that doesn't really count as a nose, I think. It's
Kintara
just-
gets shot in the eye by Igneous. But which eye? If it's low, it's the left eye. If it's high, it's the right eye. It's the right eye. Kintara loses sight in his right eye.
Oh, careful there, Kintara.
So,
Oops.
yeah. And here we was worried about Frankie. Is it my turn now?
Yes, it is your turn now after I record that you just lost your right eye.
Yeah. I will just charge in the pack then and just,
Easy, where are you going?
So, Kintara with this arrow sticking out the side of his head charges the pack. Roll to charge.
How's your death?
they're going to be frightened as hell.
Natural 20, yes. You shriek the goblins who are more intimidated by you with this arrow sticking out the side of your head.
Do I get to kill any of them?
Yep, roll to attack. Natural 20 again, roll me a d6. 5, you slaughter 5 goblins in your blood-crazed panic.
See, this was a good out.
I think we just pissed him off.
That's what you get when you shoot an arrow through my eye. I just
Give him a near brain injury.
Yeah, we found your motivation.
yep.
To shoot through the other eye when you need to, yeah.
You found your inner dragon.
It's now the remaining goblins. One of them runs up to the waterfall and rings a small bell.
Oh no, he's calling for room service.
One of the other ones runs up to the top of the nearest sort of hill and starts yelling really loudly and waving frantically. It's back to Frankie. What do you do?
Frankie is going to shoot a fireball at the one that's yelling.
Okay, roll. You hit near him enough to make him stop for a couple of seconds, but he continues.
Damn it.
The two that are not doing anything seem to be like trying to run away at this point. It's now Igneous.
I want to shoot the one with the bell. Or
Nope.
not.
Getting better.
Shot goes wide.
Igneous.
Bell keeps ringing.
Yeah, I'll
Take
take
a shot.
another crack at it.
Nope.
Getting better. Not quite good enough.
Getting there. Getting there.
Yep.
Give me another 2 turns, I'll be in range to hit.
So it's now Kintara.
Can I attack both the shrieking one and the bell gonging one at the same
You can attack
turn?
either the shrieking one or the bell one.
I'm going to go for the bell ringing one.
Okay, roll. You charge up to him, but your first swing is completely off because you're not used to not being able to see out your other eye.
Yeah, that's the problem with one eye. You don't get the depth. It's just everything is 2D. It's
Yep.
hard to see. Yeah, so I'm just gonna
Yep, you
miss him
just
with the second
flail
one.
wildly at him and he's just standing there like...
Remember, guys, how I usually warm up? You know, before I kill anything.
By blinking sequentially.
Yes.
The bell ringing one, nothing happens this turn. The shrieking one calls in 3 very angry looking harpies. So, it's now back to Frankie.
Lightning on the harpies, Frankie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's make lightning. And I'm going to try and go for the harpies. Oh!
Yep, you shock the harpies. Roll a d4. Let's see how many it
Shocking.
hits. D4 halved.
One.
So you hit one harpy, it shrieks, plummets from the ground like jolting, and lands with a very sickening thud.
Die, bitch!
It's good to see that you warmed up, Frankie. Love it.
It's now Igneous.
I want to take one more shot at the bell guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
yes,
I'm in
you,
sequence.
you are in sequence. It's quite creepy. Yes, you shoot the bell guy. He drops the bell. It lands on the sort of edge of the waterfall. As he shrieks, and sort of curls onto the ground, bleeding everywhere.
Is he dead? Or
Yeah, he's dead.
Sweet, that's my 30th kill. I want to fire on one of the other harpies as well.
Okay. Roll. No, considering it's flying, no.
On brand.
It's
Alright.
now Kintara.
Yes. What do I have in range to hit?
You could run and hit the 2 that are running away, or you can go and try and hit the one that was shrieking or the 2 harpies. The 2 harpies are sort of flying around, they might be hard to hit.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna go for the harpies because, yeah,
Okay, roll.
this is the part when you know it's gonna be a natural 20. Yeah.
You've got so many natural 20s in there. Yep. You throw your hammer, it clacks through a harpy's head, it collapses to the ground, your hammer with it. You pick your hammer back up, second shot. Yep, again, you manage to throw your sword, it goes straight through a harpy, it plummets out the sky, and you pick your sword from it. The goblin who summoned them just looks at you just like, how the fuck did you just do that? And the other 2 just run away.
Trade secrets. Trade secrets.
At this point, a Meriod appears. So the sort of giant tentacled beast appears from the waterfall. Remember the one
like
that killed
those.
that ripped Sylvan's arm off?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
We like those.
Electrocution.
Yes.
So it's like a sort of gigantic 4-legged beast with lots of tentacles. And the 2 goblins that were running away have now ran away. The one that was calling the harpies is now running away as well, and the harpies are all dead. So it's now Frankie.
Do you guys want me to go for the goblin who's running away?
Nah,
Before he
let him
warns
go.
anyone else?
We need to take down this thing before
Definitely.
Aye.
Kill the Mariel.
Very well, and he rolls up his one sleeve and
I'm intrigued to know what you advise to use to roll up his one sleeve, but carry on.
Yeah.
his
me too.
finger of his broken hand, of his broken arm,
Right, okay.
and try and electrocute the Marriott. No, it's really not.
Almost.
Finally execute the Meriod, nothing happens. It's now Igneous.
Go, Chris. Go shock him. And I send Chris forward to shock him.
Okay. Roll to see how your small Geodude gets on. Yep. It goes up. Gives him a brief shock. The creature seems incensed by him and is swinging madly for Chris.
Good job.
So, it's now Kintara.
I can just hammer the Meriod down, I guess, from here, or just...
Yep. You can run up and just start swinging at it if you want.
Yep.
Yep. Your first blow smashes into the side of it. It emits a wheeze. Your second swing. Natural 1.
Slip fall.
Oh dear.
I knew your rolls were too high tonight.
Karma.
3. That's the left arm.
Whose left arm?
Kintara's.
Mine.
Alright.
19. Broken. You swing down, the creature snaps its tentacle up and you feel your arm snap in a really sick way. You drop your sword and you feel a sort of numbness go across your left side.
Alright. Now we're even, Frankie.
Well, at least I wasn't involved with it.
No, but if you had been involved, this might not have been happening. Since your lightning is a little way off, you know.
I can't help it. She has a mind of her own.
So, the creature, natural 1. The
This is
creature...
gonna be good.
It's fine, sorts itself. The creature is too busy trying to get Chris that it tangles itself in knots. At least 4 of its 6 tentacles are now tied in knots and it can't move them.
Well, that's an improvement.
The other goblins run away, so it's now back to Frankie.
Frankie's just gonna try and electrocute again.
Quick, Frankie.
Work!
Shoot
Work!
Kintara. I mean, shoot.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that. As I said before, that's okay.
Don't worry, my turn's next.
Yep.
You shock both the Meriod and Kintara.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, it actually numbs the pain in my arm, so that's okay.
It just evens out the numbing.
Yep.
Yep. So it's now Igneous.
I mean, I guess I'll just use my crossbow.
Yeah, go with
Yeah,
the crossbow.
you wanna
Yes.
go well?
Do it. Do
Get
it.
the 2 shots. Well, I'm going in the wrong direction of that one.
You get 3 now.
Oh god.
Your rolls have been so weird tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you don't manage to hit either of them.
Balls.
It's now Kintara.
I'm just gonna keep swinging with my other
Swing
arm.
with your hammer.
Yeah. Ka-ching!
Yep. You crack it in the side of the head. It emits a foul roar, and it looks like it's not got much left. You doing a second attack?
Since it's not dead, I have to, I think, but...
You don't have to. You can choose not to, but you can do a second attack. Yep. Roll.
Yeah, of course I'm going to do the second attack.
Natural 20. Kill shot. You crack it in the side of the head, and as it whimpers, you like smash it through the top of the skull. It collapses to the ground, blood like oozing everywhere.
So guys, are you watching now? This is how you do it.
Fair enough. Let's do a healing spell before we go anywhere.
Yes, let's go with the healing stuff. The back rubs and the whatnot.
Well, I don't know what 3 will do for you, but there you go.
You sort of bandage up Kintara's arm a bit. It's again in a sort of makeshift sling. It's not the best, but it probably would do. So Kintara still has no feeling in his left arm. Frankie has no feeling in his right arm. You're doing very well tonight.
Yes. I think this was for the best, guys, because now we can truly say that we're a band of brothers.
I suppose.
Yes,
A hefty round of drinks when we get back.
definitely.
And a hefty round of ladies.
It probably won't be anything dangerous in the cave at all, so I think we're set for now. I think this will be easily done.
I think
Yeah.
so. You go in first.
Yeah.
I will go
Are
in
you-
first, guys.
Are you wanting to take the bell?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's take the bell just in
And
case.
I'm going to pick up the crown again just to bring it with me.
Okay, so you have the crown and you have the bell. Are you going to pick it up very gently, or are you just going to grab it and haul it up?
Yeah, don't
Can
let
I-
it tinkle.
We don't want
I-
it to tinkle.
Yeah, can I roll a religion check?
Mhm.
Or a lore check? No.
As far as you can tell, it looks fine. It just looks like a normal bell. It's got some sort of weird inscription on it that...
It has some funky writing on it, boys. Not sure what it means.
Could I roll a music check on it?
Yep. You notice that the material, the actual, like, clanger effectively is made from. Seems to be made of something quite enchanted.
Okay, cool. So,
Enchanted bell.
yeah, be careful with this bell, guys. This is just a guess. I think that the bell was the thing summoning the Mariod.
Possibly.
Might be jumping to conclusions, though. It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, I'm not going to jump that much more today, I think, because that will hurt my arm a little lot. But yeah, there's something definitely enchanted with this bell, so it's not just a normal bell.
Okay.
Maybe we leave it here.
Or maybe you can you wrap it in something that wrap the clanger in something that it won't actually clang if you sort of handle it badly.
You notice on the inside that there seems to be a depiction of like a waterfall.
So possibly it's that the bell is used to open the door.
Well, the cave is not in the waterfall, so it's beside the waterfall.
Yeah, but when you go into the cave, there might be a doorway and it maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're definitely going to take the bell with us.
Yeah.
Just really carefully and just try to wrap the clanger so we don't accidentally clang it and it's something bad.
Or maybe we were supposed to clang it.
Yeah, later on, perhaps. Yeah.
Frankie's just going to shrug and take out his pipe and have a smoke.
Yeah.
This has been very dramatic today already.
I mean,
Frankie has learned stress smoking. Yeah.
did we see something happen behind the waterfall when he was clanging it?
I don't know. Did you see anything at all?
Yes, but only half as much as I would have.
I suppose you are only one IQ.
One IQ.
That was an excellent pun. That was a really good pun.
That was good.
I'm going to take it with me to heart and just...
I will admit that I just opened my mouth and just words randomly came out and I was like...
Brilliant. One IQ. Fantastic. Love it. So, are you going to examine the cave? Are you going to do anything else with this bell? What are you doing?
Should we check the waterfall, behind the waterfall? Because he rang the bell, and if there is anything behind the waterfall, maybe we should check there first.
If you want to stick your head through the water, be my guest.
Can if you
Well,
want,
we
yeah.
could probably go around it, back behind the waterfall. I would like to check out behind the waterfall.
Okay. You look behind the waterfall, you can't see anything. It just seems to be a very small waterfall, in fact, behind, even though it's quite grand to see. The water doesn't seem to be that deep. So you're not really sure how this creature of the size that came out of it managed to get out of there.
Oh, I have my ideas, but
Maybe we ring the bell.
I don't want to jump to the conclusions, though.
Shall we check out
You
the...
jumped to the conclusion before, but now we've got a working hypothesis.
So do you guys want to hang around the waterfall, or should we just go down the cave and see what's there?
I reckon we should just check out this cave and see
Alright.
where it leads us.
Yeah, I'm with you, Frankie. What do you think, AJ?
Yeah,
sorry.
whatever.
Igneous.
It's also not my name. Yeah,
So I'll just go first then, because I'm the...
Okay.
so you would do that.
Well, you offered.
You walk into the cave, and about 20 feet back, the cave seems to sort of come in a bit, and in the back there's a very flimsy looking wooden door.
I would like to check for traps.
Sure. There are no traps, though you
Cool.
do notice some very large cobwebs at the back of the thing by the door.
Spiders.
All right.
Place could do with some spring cleaning.
Is this the time where we use Frankie as an inverted Hoover? Fire everything up?
Is there any like writing or plaques or anything on the door?
No, the door just seems to be very cheap, very flimsy.
Okay. Shall we try kicking the door first?
How about we try the handle first before
Yes.
we kick
let's do
it?
that. Frankie will try the handle then.
Okay.
As much as I appreciate the dramatic entrance,
You
know.
put your hand on the door and pull it to open it. The door just comes off the hinges and collapses at your feet.
For a second, I thought you said it was going to collapse on top of me, and I was like, no!
Just image of Frankie floundering under a door.
I could just imagine him just like hitting the lock, and the door just falls forward. He's like, well, that was easy.
Question: how long does it take for like broken arms and stuff like that to heal? Is it like
You
forever?
can heal them when you get back to the city.
Okay, cool.
Then they'll be slightly out
over
for
the
this.
course of 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Usually
Depends
it'll be a lot longer, but when you get back to the city, you can go and find the sort of monks that will
Apothecary.
heal you in a day.
So, do we see anything beyond the door?
And beyond the door, it seems to be it's like a sort of porchway where there seems to be a couple of hung coats and some shoes. It looks very quaint.
Is this someone's house?
And
Looks
to the
like
other
it.
side of the sort of porchway, there seems to be some stairs leading down to another door.
Hello? Anybody home?
Echo.
There is no sound of anyone.
Okay.
It does look to be like a single coat and single pair of shoes, though.
Well,
Frank-
they wouldn't
Frank is
go
gonna
out
look-
without their coat and shoes, so they gotta still be here.
Frankie's going to check the pockets.
Okay. You find a well-loved pipe and a bag of tobacco.
Is it nicer than my other pipe?
Yes.
They
Okay.
wouldn't
Fair
go out
degree.
without this, though.
I'm going to give Igneous my other pipe.
Well, I'm not really much of a smoker, but thank you.
I'm starting to expect a hobbit anyway soon. So I wanted to check this way for traps as well.
Okay. Roll. As you look down the stairwell, you notice on the left and the right wall there seem to be like glowing pink runes.
Hey guys, any of you can check the runes for anything special?
Somebody
do.
owns something big and pink.
I can roll a religion check or a lore check. That's about it.
Well, if they're not made of rock, then there's not a lot I can do about it.
Oh no, Arcana. I've got Arcana.
Any of you
as
have got
well.
Arcana, you can roll Arcana.
Oh,
I don't have Arcana.
I do.
Frank,
me
you
neither.
notices that they are very simple proximity traps, so you can turn them off quite easily.
We could say, could I turn them off then?
Yeah, you can turn all three of them off really easily.
Okay. Yeah, we shouldn't be bothered anymore.
Thank you,
That's
Frankie.
good job there,
Good
Frankie.
job.
Hopefully.
As you get to the bottom of the stairs, you notice there seems to be like, it looks like spider webs and spider legs that seem to be discarded. It looks like it was hit by some kind of explosion.
Looks like the spiders couldn't turn off them runes.
Perhaps not, and perhaps the person who owns the coat and the slippers just is good at exploding spiders.
Maybe they like to eat the spiders.
Might be that. Can we see anything other in this room?
At the
Of
moment,
interest.
it just seems to be a set of stairs down. It smells very dusty, like no one's been here for a long time.
So it seems long abandoned then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we check the door then?
Is there any use of checking for more traps?
You can check for more traps if you want.
Yeah, I can just go checking for traps all day long. I just love checking traps.
Experience points.
There's nothing else there. Though when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you notice that at the side of the door in front of you, that seems to have been like chewed, like quite a large rat hole out the side of the door, at the bottom.
Mysterious. Can we hear anything from the other side of the door?
You put your ear to the door. I can't seem to hear anything.
Okay. I will try the handle really easily then.
Okay. The door opens very easily, gentle, and just opens with no real issue. Inside, it seems to have no lights at all inside, and it's the smell of like a very old library.
Yeah.
The smell of that kind of hits you as you open the door.
There's books in here someplace.
Ah, reading material.
Yes, or burning
porn.
material.
Did you just say or porn?
And just this, you're like, reading material. Porn.
No, he likes to read too.
Yeah, you're just reading it for the articles, is that right?
No, sometimes it's nice to serenade a lady with a good story and a tale.
Oh, so like erotic fan fiction. That kind of...
Yeah.
Igneous, you have no imagination.
you don't know me.
Do we see anything in this room, or is it too
It's
dark? Or
really dark at the moment. You can spark up a torch if you want.
just wait for the sparking of the torch. How was it, Igneous? Your friend? Could he illuminate with a little lightning on himself or something like that?
Well,
or
not,
was
not without shocking stuff. He don't really glow like that.
No. Okay. Well, I don't see that we have much choice, guys. We have to probably light up a torch then.
I could have a fireball in my hand or Gandalf that shit, but I
How
don't know
about
if
this?
you want me to
I'll
do
just-
that.
No, don't think so.
Why don't we
yet.
just light like a candle or something?
Yeah. And this is the part when the DM goes with what?
I was going to say with what? I'm assuming you can use Frankie's staff to light a candle.
Yeah.
It's like Frankie's staff is just like it's just a piece of wood with a Zippo attached to the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, are you wanting just to light a candle?
I've tried to.
You have a candle now. The candle illuminates about a meter in front of you.
How much do we see?
Can we
Meter in front of you.
use the candle to light the torch instead, so we see
You
a little
can,
bit
yes.
more? Yes.
Torch
let's do
gives
that.
you about 3 or 4 meters in front of you.
Yeah.
So, in front of you seems to be a quite elaborate looking study with books. There's like statues everywhere as well of what looks like kind of guards wearing very old looking armor. There's lots of tables with books and pipes, and it looks like it was some sort of wizard lounge. There's a door to your left and a door to your right. On the ground, it looks like the carpets have seen better days. They look stained with what looks like dead rats. And as you look up to the sort of tops of the rooms, it's covered in very large, very thick spider web.
Shall we check out the desk first?
I think we should actually see if we find anything interesting.
Yeah, maybe this guy's got some messed up fan fiction.
Is
I
that
have to leave that in now, you've said that.
I don't know, is that just an awareness check?
Yep. Frankie seems to just find a couple of books about wizarding in general.
Yay!
Igneous just finds, again, lots more wizard stuff, including quite a large stone that when he picks it up and taps it to see what it is, it starts glowing.
Ooh.
So it's like
There
a
you
light
have your
stone.
glowing stone, Igneous.
From a geology point of view, what kind of stone does it look like?
It looks like some kind of marble. Though when you tap it
Marble
to see what it
anyway.
was, it glows quite brightly like a light stone would.
Right.
Cool. Now you have a light stone. Finally.
Sweet. I will hold
And
on
I
to
just
this.
guess that I find the fan fiction then.
Yeah, you find the fanfiction are immediately amused by it. They're confused, but why would they put it in there?
The Blushing Baron. That's a classic.
Yes. It's too bad it's in 2D though.
Yeah.
Or is it? It's good that it's in 2D because I can only see 2D. So yeah.
you can only see
You,
two.
you take what you can get when you're living behind a waterfall.
Yep.
Not all of us have got full immersion 3D vision porn going on when we're living in waterfall caves.
But where? Yeah.
So, there's a door to your left, door to your right. What do you want to do?
Guys, should we roll for it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will do a roll. If it's 10 or lower, it's left. Otherwise, it's right.
Okay, so it's left.
To left.
You open the door. Immediately when you open the door, you hear the sound of something quite heavy. It sounds like heavy footsteps. As you open the door, there's a sort of a brief, sort of small corridor that leads to the right. And in the next room, there's this like giant portal leading into the next room, like a giant door. It's been lying open, but there's something very heavy walking around in there.
Frankie just motions to the other guys and to walk slowly back through the door and close it quietly.
Yeah, I'm with you, Frankie. Let's do that for now. It's a good idea.
And quietly go to the other door.
Yes.
And check that one.
When you open the other door, again, there's a passage to the left this time and leads to the same room.
All right. Cool.
That's some redundant architecture there. I
Yes.
approve.
Perhaps.
We could.
Is there anything else of interest in the room we were in?
Just lots of very mouldy old books, lots of spider webs, and sort of rat-stained floors.
Okay. So let's check the corridor that leads to the big room for traps then.
Should we split up? Since it goes both to the same room?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
except
we'll
that
all walk around in a gang together, I think.
Okay.
Okay, what's that for? Traps?
check
There
the
are no
traps.
traps.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it might be a good idea, Frankie, if you take the left door and that corridor up, and we'll take this one, me and Igneous. And you can take the torch, and we can use Igneous' new buddy. And that way, if something attacks us, it won't be from the same direction at all three of us.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if I agree with this splitting up business, but all right.
We're all going to end up in the same room anyway. It's just that
You-
we'll attack them from different directions, just in
Yeah,
case.
well, yeah, exactly. And you could choose if you want to go with Frankie or me, Igneous.
Well, I don't like getting blown up, so
Well.
well, don't act all shocked. You've done it at least 4 times.
Well, I've never been that personal.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Look, all I'm saying is we're in a confined space. One errant fireball, and we'll be, I'll lose the rest of my beard.
Well, you stay with 1 IQ then.
Yes.
All right, I will.
I mean, he might need some more target practice, so it's okay.
It's true. You go first, you.
Yeah, I'm going first, of course I do.
as you move into the corridor and look round the edge of the portal into the next room, you see a sort of grand hall with doors leading off to the left and to the right. And in the middle, seemingly walking in very much a square, then stopping, then turning, then walking, then stopping, then turning, then walking, is this gigantic metal golem.
All right.
Ah.
Can we see anything else of interest in the room?
There's doors to the left and to the right, and there's a sort of grander door at the back.
Okay, so would the golem react if we move into the room?
It seems to be facing a direction and then doing a 90-degree turn and then walking.
Ooh,
Okay.
I have a new plan.
I'm thinking about the bell again here, but not sure though.
I'm thinking of distraction and then diversion and then fun. Straight from the...
If I go up to the golem and just like stand sort of in front of him and see if he reacts, and you guys can sort of sneak around and try to go through the back door.
Yeah, can do.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, well, let's do that then.
Are you walking up to the golem?
Yeah, walking up, just not standing right in front of him, but a bit away, and see if he reacts to me at all.
Okay. As he notices you, he stops. He moves his sort of like sort of polearm blade up towards you, and he points to you, and you hear a very ancient voice say, "Password."
Okay.
Try password.
Try ringing the bell.
Well, I don't have the bell.
Oh.
I think you do, Frankie.
Oh, do I have the bell?
But I don't think we should ring the bell. That doesn't seem like a password. Did we find any scripture in the other room?
No.
Or no? Should we go back and look for some sort of password, perhaps?
Can we go back now that he's seen you?
I don't know. Can we,
It's
Mr.
up to
Voices
you.
guy?
You can try and back away if you want, or you can answer him, or whatever you can do.
I suggest backing away slowly,
Yeah, I'm just gonna slowly back away.
but
and
don't
see.
turn your back on him, kind
Nope.
of thing.
No.
Okay. As
Exactly.
you begin to back away, he continues to point his sword at you, keeps the sword wherever you move to, and he goes, "Password."
All right.
Frankie's gonna run through into the study to try and figure out if there's a password running. Good idea.
Yeah. Igneous, please run away as well and see if you can help Frankie find the password
Okay,
somewhere.
so you're in the previous room, yes?
Yeah.
Well, everyone knows you don't write your passwords down in case somebody breaks into your house and picks up the bit of paper with your
Can
password on it.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody knows, since I'm actually working as an IT technician, that everybody has their password written down right below the screen. Or sitting on the screen, or whatever.
On the
so-
underside of the keyboard.
Yeah,
I-
exactly.
I
So,
feel
yeah.
personally attacked right now.
See, I
The
have none
password
of
is
that.
definitely there. Just find it.
I'm just gonna. Frankie's just gonna start flicking through books to see if there's anything that jumps out.
Yeah, or
at.
check under the desk.
Yeah.
Okay. You scratch around trying to find anything. You can't seem to find anything that's relevant.
Are there any pictures or like murals or anything on the wall?
There's lots of statues of what looks like men in armor. There's a couple of pictures, but they seem to be like Serenic.
Do they all have a similar name?
What, the pictures?
Yeah, and the statues.
Not really, no.
Damn. Any other ideas where they could be?
Yeah, I mean, there was a door to the right and to the left in that room where the golem was.
Yes.
So there might be stuff in those rooms that is connected to the password, perhaps.
Okay.
So we could go check those out.
Okay, I'll nip into one of those rooms then.
Okay. You're gonna walk
do
past the golem to do this?
We have to walk past him.
Yep. If you want to go in those rooms, you have to walk past the golem.
Try admin.
Try 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just gonna distract him and try with just. I'm gonna try with password to begin with. So
Roll a
he will-
d20 to see what effect this has.
This is like, it was nice knowing you guys.
He looks at you with like very cold, dead eyes. Well, cold, dead sockets where there should be eyes. And he goes, "Invalid. Leave." And he pulls his sword back like he's about to swing for you.
I suggest you run back through here.
Yes. I will run back quick as
Okay,
Hell.
so you run. Is Frankie going to try and dodge into one of the side rooms?
No.
no,
I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, so you notice the golem lowers its sword again after it sees you leave and hears the door shut, and then begins walking in its sort of square again.
Okay.
Can we check the bell? See, because there was an inscription.
Sorry, I just got a text from John saying, "Oh yeah, it's Monday." Fuck's sake, John. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Can we look at the, because there was an inscription or writing on the bell, wasn't there?
There's a inscription of a waterfall.
Yeah.
Inscription of waterfall. So maybe the password could be the waterfall.
Maybe the password is waterfall.
Well, do you think that the bell is actually connected? We could try, just for fuck's sake, that I go and try waterfall as password and then start ringing the bell if it doesn't work. But that might lead to
Double, yeah.
Yeah, hells of fucking yeah.
The thing is, I don't know how we're gonna handle this metal.
No, I think we probably could kill it, but in our state, it probably will just kill us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just give me the bell and I'll bring it in with me and I'll try waterfall. And if it doesn't work, I'll ring the bell.
Okay.
Okay.
So are you walking back into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, it stops. It points its sword at you and says, "Password."
Waterfall.
Roll.
Invalid. I take a limb.
And he reaches to try and grab you. Roll
I'll
to
ring the
dodge.
bell quick as fuck.
Okay. You roll to dodge first of all.
Do I get a...
Watch roll 1.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh dear.
It doesn't mean if I had a dexterity, it doesn't really count, or...
Not for a natural 1, no.
Nope.
4.
We're all going to die.
He rips your left arm off.
Oh, thanks. That was already broken. So, that's cool.
Frankie.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. He
Frankie's
reaches
gonna
down,
jump.
he grabs you by the waist, grabs your left arm and just tears it straight off your body and then discards you back and says,
Do not return.
you know what? I think we should leave and not return.
Yeah, I kind of second this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull Kintara back and cast heal. Like staunch.
So you staunch the bleeding from Kintara, but Kintara has now lost his left arm.
yeah.
It was a very brave attempt. A very
I'll
brave
be leaving you
attempt.
up there, Kintara.
Should we try ringing the bell? Do you think it would work?
You can try ringing the bell if you want.
No, I think we should actually go back to town and talk to all those crazy mages and see if any of those have any knowledge of this, because it seems like a mage has been living here and the mage has set up the golem.
Yeah, I feel like we got handed a map and told to go somewhere, and you just got your arm ripped off because of that.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Shall we check that other Shall we check the waterfall first before we go?
Also,
See if
you're
there's
taking
any-
it really well that you just lost an arm.
Yes.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm just built that way. I mean, I lost an eye before. That
That's
was
true, and you were very good about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes, despite my teasing. But an arm is a...
Well, I mean, it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. It just cost me an arm. So,
Well, hold on, they ain't over yet.
yeah.
well, let's go up and check the waterfall, see if we can get any scripture. I mean, my check wasn't really that good, so let's see if there's anything inscribed behind the waterfall, or just try to ring the bell in the waterfall and get mauled by another.
What's this check you were talking about?
I did check something behind the waterfall, but I didn't see anything. But I don't know if you guys helped me
Right.
check that. So
Well, if you didn't see anything, you didn't see anything.
no, but I think I was the only one looking. So let's go up and let's have a closer look behind the waterfall.
I'm just
Let's have a
saying, it seems a bit metagamey, but all right.
Why don't we go outside for a bit of fresh air
Yes.
and settle our thoughts?
It's true. It's starting to smell a bit like arm blood in here.
Yes, it does.
Do you want me to take that arrow out your eye? By the way.
Now you can just leave it there.
He hasn't
gives-
noticed it. It's been pointing straight out like an antenna.
Yes, it gives me a
Do you
sense
do you not even want to clip the end?
Has it been like rotating around as your eyes?
Yes. We'll deal with that later.
Oh god.
It's my eyes are trying to focus, and it's like, hey, I can't see anything. There's an arrow shaft in the way.
Well, what we could do is strip the fletching off of the end of it, put like a ping pong ball on the end, and draw a little eye on that. And then whenever you look around, it's like you got an extendo eye, and you can freak kids out with it.
Yes.
What I'm saying
Don't
is
you
it's
know
a
all
great trick.
dragons have their eyes on stalks?
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now?
Let's go to the waterfall and see if we can see anything inscribed in the walls behind it.
Okay.
We do that.
Roll. Did you look behind the waterfall? There was nothing there at all. It's a waterfall.
See, I told you the whole thing seemed a bit metagamey.
Yes, but you can never be too sure. So, you do look through the pockets of the goblins when you come back up, and you find instructions written in Goblin saying, track down this mage's lair. Apparently he had some kind of guards inside, and basically it tells his goblins to find this mage's lair and to deal with his guards.
Well, we kind of did that. Did we turn the runes off? And then I suppose there's still the... I mean, what were the goblins going to do? Just 10 of them just keep throwing themselves at the golem?
Probably not, but they must have the password then.
Yeah, and 3 of them got away.
Since you're really struggling with this, I will tell you what it says. It says, further down it says, command his guards. Which guards are we going to command? The golem?
I mean, that's the only one there.
Yeah, then we need the password. Or could we use a spell on the golem for some... Do you have any spells for that?
I don't have spells.
I only have zombie shield and fireball and electricity.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to lose my arm.
Well, password command seems...
Is that just the password? Is the password just like command?
Command, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Or not, but...
Could be.
Yeah, we could try it. I mean, I have several limbs to...
Yeah, and then we, one down, we got 3 more chances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, each, yeah.
Let's just go for it. Let's
let's go for it.
I mean, he told you not to come back, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yes, I think it's one of your turn to go out and command him this time.
I didn't agree to this.
I wanted to stay at the tavern.
So, what are you doing?
We're gonna go back to the golem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Who's going to the golem?
Fine.
We'll both go.
Yeah.
We'll both go.
Okay. You walk up from the golem goes,
Password.
Shut down.
Command.
Invalid. Leave.
Alrighty.
Now.
Frankie. I turn around and walk out of the room.
Frankie's gonna play with some magic in his hand and go, command! What was the rest of it? I don't know what the command
It's God.
Command his god!
Command.
His god.
Who?
His gods!
Invalid. Leave.
Damn it! God damn it!
So, back to the pub then?
nope. Q Kintara is going to go, command golem.
Command golem. What?
Command golem, stand down. He puts his sword back to his side and he seems to sort of stand at attention.
Huzzah!
Yes. Do we want to check the big door first, guys, or do we want to check the side doors first?
I say side doors, just in case there's any loot.
Yeah.
They're probably smaller anyway to get through quite fast.
So last time we started with the left, it didn't really matter, so we'll start with the left this time as well, I think.
To the left, to the left.
To the left, to the right. Step it up, step it up. Okay, yeah. So, what are you checking then? The left door. Left door, okay. You open the left door, the portal is quite large. Inside there, it looks like a bedroom. And in the middle of the bedroom, there's this, it looks like a very rotten, molded blood spattle.
Ew.
And as you sort of look at it closer, it looks like wizard's robes that have been crushed downwards very quickly.
Well, I guess we found your pipe's original owner then, Frankie.
Yes.
Yes.
It seems these came to a very sticky end.
Can we search the robes for anything special or interesting? Yep, roll. Nope, you don't find anything.
I'll try as well. Nope.
You find a very, 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 very sticky journal.
Ugh. Are the pages stuck together as well?
Yep.
Am I gonna have to dry it out before I actually read it?
Yeah, or maybe Baron Gregory can help us with that later on.
Yeah, I'll keep that for later. Gross.
Is there anything else of interest in this room? Nope. Okay, let's go with the right door then, guys. Perhaps.
Yep.
Okay, you open the right door. Inside there's what looks like a very old looking summoning circle. And It looks like there's a candle on each of the... It's like a pentagram on the ground, and there's a candle in each corner. Well, in each point. What do you do?
Can I examine it to see if it's like the ones that our evil people have been using?
You can, yes. Roll. It's not like that. It seems something completely different.
So this is not the same people then?
No.
Okay. Maybe we should just... This is just a hunch, but maybe we should remove the candles so that it really doesn't work in case there's somebody who will suddenly show up and try to escape through it.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Take a candle each.
Yeah.
Can we sketch what the pattern is first and then
Yeah, that's a good idea.
get someone to look at it?
Yeah. I mean, the candles wouldn't probably have anything to do with the pattern, but
Oh, I'm not talking about sketching candles. I just write down the pattern on the ground.
yeah. Cool.
I want to do that then.
Are you just copying the sort of drawing on the ground?
Yeah, we get someone to look at it.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
The wizards might know a thing about it.
Are we all going to take a candle each as well so that they can't do the ritual? Or
I think that might be a good idea. I don't think we are gonna escape through it anyways. So,
Okay.
is there
So-
anything else of interest here?
Nothing else, just the big door at the back, and the golem that's all standing there rigid.
Yep. Let's go through. Or should we activate the golem guys to be in guard mode again?
Well, why not?
we haven't actually checked the golem for any stuff either.
Well, I don't want to start messing with him again.
That's very true.
No, that sounds ominous as hell. But if we activate him to stand guard again, we can maybe, because I mean there might be something coming from either direction when we go into the big hall.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
I will just say to the golem, command golem guard.
The golem sort of seems to come back to life and says,
Command accepted. Golem guard.
and begins
Perfect.
patrolling again around the corner.
Yep. And we'll just go in through the big door then.
Okay. As you walk through the big door, you notice several statues to your left and to your right, again depicting like armored men. This whole room seems to be like an armory of sorts, but it seems to have been very much like scavenged of anything worthwhile. There's a final door straight ahead of you. What do you do?
I would like to check for traps.
Okay. Roll. There are no traps.
Can I do Arcana check?
Yep. Natural 20. You notice that a lot of these armor statues seem to be... They seem more than just a set of armor, if you know what I mean.
So it's possible that there were people and they've been
Yep.
made into statues? Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know what it could be. It's your interpretation.
These things are not what they appear. I don't think we should get too close.
Yeah. They might come alive at some point.
Yes.
Try to kill us. That, you know, as soon as I see an armor of sorts, I get that feeling all the time. So always aware of them. Yeah.
Is there anything else around the room besides statues and...
There's not really anything else there apart from the statues, no.
Okay. So can we check the door for traps and arcana stuff like that? The last door.
Can
Oh,
if
I
you
don't know
want,
if the
yeah.
last. Yeah.
That for the Arcana as well?
There's nothing arcana about the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Natural 20. There are no traps in the door at all.
Thank you.
Well, this room seems fairly safe then.
This is probably the safest room we've had then. Hey.
Yep. I want to listen through the door to see if I hear anything through it before we gently open it.
Okay. You hear the sound of like a crackling fire.
Okay.
Should we knock?
Yeah. Why the hell not? For once in our adventure in life.
Pleasantries are not dead.
Nope.
Igneous, you've got two working good hands.
That's true.
You do it.
I'm assuming Kintaro is holding a shield with his one remaining arm.
Yes, for now, yeah, I am.
Until he gets a claw fitted for his holding shield.
Yes.
I will knock on the door.
I'm going to be Captain Hook in the next episode. With a hook in one arm and an eye patch.
You just had missing maybe a forearm, maybe, but you're missing the entire arm.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can just
Quite
fit,
the hook.
You have seen Battlefield 5?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Yes.
So, are you opening the door, or what are you doing?
Well, I'm knocking on it.
Knocking out, okay. There's no sound.
So that's...
I
Well,
knock
we've been
harder until
polite.
it makes a sound.
Well, we've been polite. We can go in now.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Okay. You walk in. There is quite an obvious-looking fireplace that seems to be burning. There are 2 very comfortable chairs and a small table in front of the fire. On the table, there seems to be like a decanter of what seems to be some kind of alcohol, and above the fireplace seems to be a sort of plinth with a very large-looking wizard's staff on top of it.
Ooh, shiny.
Okay, Frankie, calm down, Frankie, calm down.
You can't use it though, can you, Kintara?
Oh, shiny.
No, I'm just thinking that maybe just not touch it yet though, because it might do stuff if we take the staff. Shaft!
That's not how that song goes.
No, that's Flash, but I mean, almost. Flash word.
Dragon Ball with one arm and one eye.
Yeah.
Fine, what is your idea? What do you suggest?
Let's
Why don't we
check
throw rocks at it and see what happens?
I mean, this might probably be like the sword before, something to open another seal with. This staff is my guess.
Or maybe it's like the scythe.
Yes, that was my thought.
I don't think the scythe was anything but a trap for the big.
I don't know, it seemed to work pretty well.
Yeah.
Damage to my own crotch notwithstanding.
Yes, true that. Should we check the room a little closer before we, or is there anything to see in this room other than the fireplace and the staff?
I
There
hear
is
it's
two
got a lovely
chairs.
opera house.
There's 2 chairs as well.
Yeah, and a decanter of alcohol of some sort.
Should we have a look at the alcohol?
You can if you want.
Frankie's gonna try and have a look at the alcohol.
By look at, do you mean pour yourself a
Natural
shot?
1.
Oh no!
Frankie holds it up, sniffs it, shoots it back, and immediately feels a sort of tremor go through him. He collapses to the ground, spitting it out again, and then, as you all look over, he goes, "It's really strong."
Oh, perfect. Let's bring it with us to the bar for later parties.
Sure thing!
On the plus side, Frankie has no pain at the moment because he's too drunk.
Yep.
Hooray!
So,
Quick! Go on a date before it wears off.
It's alright, I'll have another swig when we get back to the tavern.
Just to numb your pelvic pain.
Yep.
yeah. I'm thinking, Ignis, do you want to take the staff for now?
Alright, I pick it up and put it under my arm.
Okay.
Yep.
You pick up the staff. As you pick up the staff, a sort of small ghost-like figure appears to your left and goes, "Ah, brother, you're not a wizard. Who are you?"
I'm a wizard's caddy. This is a wizard right here. And I point at Frankie.
I'm not a wizard. I'm a disciple.
That wizard can't hold his alcohol. He's obviously not a wizard.
Yeah,
I'm
well, you
total wizard.
haven't seen how much
You
he's drunk.
don't have the power for the staff. Put it back.
We
Well, right you are.
we have a bunch of wizards that have the power for the staff that needs.
I've
to
already
hold
put the stuff back at this point.
Katara, 1 IQ. Show him your sword. Show him your power.
you got to respect your ancestors, and this ghostly fella clearly knows what he's talking about. I don't want to get my arm blown off like some idiot.
No, the thing is though that if we leave the staff here, probably goblins or whatnots are going to get the staff instead of us and open another seal.
Yeah, but they're not a wizard, though, are they?
No.
No,
But they're
but-
many and they're stupid.
Well, you take it then. I'm not fucking around with ghosts.
Give it to me.
Let's not give it to Frankie since he's hammered.
Oh!
So I'm thinking that, yeah, Ignis, if you take Frankie and sort of lead him out of here, I will
No,
just
but
take the staff and run.
You're not my
was-
supervisor.
I want to speak to the transparent man.
Go for it.
Why
Yep.
are you so gloomy?
Yep. Pick up the staff, Frankie, and speak to the transparent man.
Yeah.
Do it. Yep.
I was going to pick up the staff.
Who picks up? You are not a wizard. You are that drunk.
I'm total wizard. I can shoot fireballs and electricity, and zombies don't come near me. I've killed zombies.
You are not a wizard. Put the staff back.
It's not yours.
Who are you then?
Yeah, who are you? Why can't I have it? Besides not being a visit.
I am Sunstra. I am the greatest wizard.
Well,
But why are you dead then?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're so smart, how come you're dead?
Blinks says, I am not dead. I am just not here. This is an astral recording.
Where are you then?
He sort of just looks at you like he's not prepared for this answer and goes,
I must be elsewhere. You must have broken into my house. My golem will dispatch you.
Well,
Wait,
we found what we can only presume to be your bloody remains.
Golem, attack!
and you hear the sound of like walls being destroyed as this golem seems to be coming through the wall towards you.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger.
Time to
Time to run?
yeah.
Well, yeah, I will go first and I will say, command golem stand down.
The golem seems to stop and then goes,
Command acknowledged.
and then you hear this recording go,
What? No! Override! Override! Command password! Override!
and the golem stops and looks at the sort of glowing figure and goes,
Password to override.
and the wizard responds with,
Wizard!
and the golem goes,
Password accepted. Override will kill. Kill. Kill.
and it swings through the glowing man first.
Run, guys.
Run.
Run. Fast as hell.
Run.
I've still got the staff, don't I?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Just gonna run.
So you all run from this building. Getting outside as this massive golem is still following you. What do you do?
Heroically running.
Heroically
Don't
running,
forget
right?
that. Heroically running.
Golem
Right.
password override.
Frankie's gonna drunkenly turn around and try and like shoot a fireball over his shoulder with the new shiny staff.
Roll.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
A wall of fire
Yes.
appears behind Frankie, incinerating the entire room.
Yes!
Like the
Finally,
entire
Frankie.
thing behind you is a complete inferno.
Run, people!
I never stop running.
No, me neither.
So you run out the front of the cave as literally the entire cave behind you is smouldering to the point that even the mountain it's under seems to have caught fire.
Wow, I like this staff.
Okay, maybe we don't light any candles off of that one.
No.
Nope.
No.
So you escape the cave with your bell, your bottle of weird alcohol, and your staff.
Yes.
We had a good time.
We had a
As
really
you-
good time.
As you
Well,
sort of look
Kintaro,
back
you
in
lost
the
an arm and
cave,
an eye, but
you
whatever.
notice the golem attempting to follow you through the narrow way, but it's melting quite badly in the heat.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Keep running, he won't make it all the way out.
Nope, he won't. Or he'll probably fall in the water and then just like be crackling up.
Do we want to make sure he's dead before we leave?
Nope, we don't.
No?
We're,
Okay.
just,
As-
we're just running back.
As I said, just basically set a mountain on fire.
Oh, well, that's fine then. It's okay.
Somehow.
Finally showing your true potential, Frankie. I love it.
I'm sure there's probably like cases of alcohol or something underneath the mountain.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Don't go breathing any fire though, right now. That might be a bad idea.
So, you run back across the farmland and eventually get back to Baron Gregory, who looks at you quite confused that Frankie is so drunk.
Hi.
Well, it made him run faster though.
I feel so much better.
Okay. At this
Where's
point,
the tavern?
Frankie gets his arm fixed because he's too drunk to feel it.
Hey.
I want to take another crack at tinkering myself up a slightly better crotch plate.
Sure.
End
Yeah,
of every episode until I get a good result.
So what is it you're
better.
wanting it to be?
I rolled a 6 last time. I just want it to be more natural proportion to really fill my trousers out a little bit.
Sure.
And I'm
does
on.
fine.
A bit empty down there.
What else can my wizard staff do?
It does fireball.
It's
It
fireball.
does lots and lots of fireball.
I'm not going to stand next to you anymore, frankly.
It seems time has run out for this week at least. Join us again next week for more of this tale. These bard's tales were originally told to us around a campfire in a long-forgotten land as Descent Journeys Through the Dark. They were adapted for this podcast by Nikolai Popsky. All music was written and performed by Daniel Boström. The cast of Plummet are Nikolai, Daniel, Bellery, Amy, AJ, John, and Ash, with additional content by Dragon. If you would like your own high fantasy dice, then journey to dndice.co.uk and use our name Penance RPG at the checkout for a 5% discount of your order. For what is a hero without shiny loot? As for us, we are but meager bards. If you would care to support our tales, you can buy us a grog or two, or Ko-Fi, as it is known in your parts, at ko-fi.com/penancerpg. If you would like to support us in future efforts, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/penancerpg. Farewell and good night, dear listeners, and remember that time will turn again soon. It's only a game, isn't it?
No, hang on. I was going to make a joke then, but I'm not going to because it's too fun. And I don't want Ignis to say that. Well, I'll give you the option. You can take it out in the edit if you can.
Okay.
Just you wait till you read my Human Kubrok / fiction.
Feathered friends.
Feathered friends with benefits.
Yeah, or is
A murder of murders. There we go.
it BFFs? You
A
know,
murder of crows.
bird friends with the